I'm Hendo, and this is part 3 of making my cosplay of Tannis from the Borderlands games. In this part, we're going to focus on the echo recorder that she wears in the Borderlands 3 game. There are actually a lot of different echoes in the games, but this is the one that is specifically for Tannis, and I made a pattern of this if you'd like to make one for yourself too. This is going to serve as my purse while wearing this cosplay, so I've ensured that it fits my phone and my wallet. Okay, let's craft. The base of the echo is going to be cut from one piece of 4mm EVA foam. It's only going to have one seam because we are going to assemble it with groove cut folds. All of the outer edges got a full bevel cut that goes all the way through the foam, but these inner edges are where the foam is going to fold, and that needs a groove cut. I have no idea what that technique is called. If you do know, let me know, but I'm just going to call it a groove cut fold. And this is where you make two cuts that meet along the fold line, creating a groove that does not cut all the way through the piece of foam. You can do this by measuring your blade or adjusting your bevel cutter and making sure that you don't accidentally cut through. When you add some glue in there and close the groove by folding it, you'll get a nice clean edge without a seam. You don't have to do it this way, you can just cut out the pattern and assemble it like normal, but I have this very nifty tool and I wanted to try it out. Plus I wanted to save myself a bit of sanding time because I don't have a belt sander here yet, and this has fewer seams to sand. Once I've done that, I can glue it all together, leaving the top open so that I can use it as a purse, and now I can lay out the details. And those will all be made out of thin EVA foam or regular craft foam. I like to tape stuff on before gluing the real thing, especially for these little pieces with more detail work. That way I can redo just this part in case I mess up, which I do often and is very normal. I had to remake this at least once to get it right. Editing me here, so I forgot to mention how the handle works, but it gets a straight cut around all of the edges and then two groove cut folds for the corners. I'm attaching it to the echo base with brads. I don't know why they're called that, but they're really inexpensive and it'll still allow the handle to move so that I can push it out of the way and open the flap of the echo base to put my phone in and stuff. Yay! Okay, back to normal me. This little part needs like a zillion circle shapes, and I usually do this with the tip of a Dremel, but I actually recently found a bunch of soldering tips, and this one is perfect. It's a little easier to just burn the shape in. It won't be as hard to avoid going all the way through the foam. My bad, I did not film putting the magnets in, but basically I used 5 really small neodymium magnets spread out on one side, and then the other side has like one of those metal bars that's from like the face mask that you can use, and that's attached to the other side. I secured each side with a layer of masking tape to hold it all in place, and after coating it with Flexbond, I don't think it really shows at all. After some soldered in cuts and dents, I've heat sealed the foam and coated the whole thing in 3 coats of Flexbond, front and back. I've also made a leather strap by folding it in half, sewing it down, and cutting the excess. The back of the echo is going to be where the strap really holds on. I used 3 regular brads to hold it on there and then tape the inside to reinforce them in place. The other side of the strap has some snaps to loop around the handle of the echo. This isn't the sturdiest way to make this. It couldn't hold a lot of weight or withstand a ton of pulling. It would probably rip out the handle eventually, but this is definitely enough for just a phone and a wallet. You know the drill, it's painting time. I'm using acrylic paint to paint the top side, and the underside is just gonna be all black. For the echo, I start with black to get into all of the nooks and crannies, then I go for it on the painting. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I kind of feel like I've been explaining this cosplay for 6 billion years, so I'm just gonna shut up now and let you watch some cathartic painting action. That's it for the Echo. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a couple extra bucks to spare, it would mean a lot to me if you could support me over on Patreon. That's also where you can find the pattern for this Echo device. Okay, see you next time and stay crafty. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, especially my top tier patrons, Ricky Rod 33, Mike D, Andrew Leo, Grant Valentine, Robert Reyes, Turner, Nips 86, Mikkel, Josh M, Shottenwolf, and Adam Trubiano. Thanks!